Hello, mate.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Mark, can we just start with team news as always, please?
Yes, so everybody is fit, barring obviously Millie, longer term. We have Leah will be out, hopefully could be back in contention for Sunday, which is positive. And then Celin won't be involved in this game, has just got a little niggle that we need to manage, but hopefully could be potentially back for Sunday as well. So that's it. Everybody else is available and ready for selection.
I just confirm if Celin trained at all.
She trained yesterday and again took a little niggle, so it's just the timing of it before this game. So it's nothing too sinister, but we just need to manage it going into it. It's too quick to get her into this game. But as I say, hopefully it's for Sunday. Big
game, obviously.
Yeah.
Tell us what the Champions League means to you and being in this stage of it as well.
Do you know what it was? Even this morning, so as I was coming out of the house, my Laura said to me, she's gone, just remember this is your first match day -1 in Champions League, so enjoy it. And I think it's that, like, as much as we've been preparing, this is what we're prepared for, right? We've spoken about this as a team. We want to compete on the highest level. You know, I think the slogan for the Champions League is to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And I think from our perspective, we believe in ourselves. You've seen it in our performances this year so far, and I think it's an excitement. I don't want it to be naivety. I think we spoke about maturity. I think those are the key factors. If we can be mature, show mature performance and play the way we have been, honestly, I don't think people want to come and play us. And I think that's the difference. Everyone will come, they're high-level opponents. We start with Valerenga, a high-level opponent. So we must make sure that we try and hit home advantage. But excitement, just excitement, really.
You say there that it's been a strong start to the season. There was a bit of chat among the pundits this week that you're going to be right up there in terms of title contenders for the UWCL. How does that feel to hear that going into such a big game like this in the Champions League? Well,
it's two different things, because obviously we know that there's the challenge of the Champions League, especially before Christmas, is game after game after game. So it's nice, and I think only credit to the players and the staff for getting to say that, but you know it's like it means nothing till you actually do something at the end of the season. So our focus is Valerenga and a very tough team that we expect a different challenge from. And if we can do that, then should we can perform the way we have been for a consistent, then why not? We've always said we want to win, right? And we want to win trophies here. So hopefully we can keep up that quality. But I'm really happy with where the team are right now.
Nice to see you. Does it feel more special, this game? You've obviously played in the Champions League qualifying rounds, but actually be in the main league phase stage now, does it feel different for you?
Yeah, I think definitely. Even the games tonight, like, you're watching them at 8 o'clock and thinking, it's going to be us tomorrow, and that's such an excitement. And these are the games that you want to play, and you want to play Champions League football. That's a dream of every single player. No one plays football just to play in the league. So, yeah, I think it's amazing. I'm very looking forward to it, and I think the rest of the girls in the change room, there's a good vibe going on. So, it's going to be really exciting for us tomorrow.
Just finally for me, you sort of touched on it there, but what does the Champions League mean to you on a personal level?
Don't really know, to be honest. It's just the biggest thing that you can play in, club football-wise. I think growing up, you watch all these games, the men's games, for me. When you're little and you see the big games going on, and you just think, imagine if you can walk out to that music and the theme that they put on beforehand. So yeah, I think it just gives you goosebumps, when you're walking out. And I'm really looking forward to the game tomorrow. And I think these little things, you can't really take them for granted. And I've been at United, this is my 4th season now, and every single season we've kind of tried to fight and make our way up to the top to try and get Champions League and to try and win the leagues and stuff. And now it's happened. We can't just think, Champions League, we've really got to kind of grab it with both hands and do as well as we can. Just excitement.
I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark, can I just ask you, you've heard your manager there, how does it feel from the players' perspective to be spoken about as title contenders this year?
Yeah, I think, sometimes we just go about our business. No one really speaks about us, which is nice as well. As footballers and as football players, there's a lot of opinions, and that's just our job to deal with those you listen to, those you don't. I think we know who we need to kind of listen to grow as a team and grow as individuals. And yeah, of course, when you have the added noise, it's football. We speak about all the other teams as well, and whether that's in the WSL, whether that's a Prem or who's going to win the league, whatever. But yeah, that's football, and obviously it's really nice to hear. I've really enjoyed the season so far. I think a lot of the girls would have said the same. So yeah, it's just about taking that form and doing even better. You know, we've not won every single game. We can always do better, and we'll try and make sure that happens tomorrow and going forwards in League Two. You've
had some really impressive results already this season against the biggest teams in this country, and obviously qualifying for the league phase as well for the first time. What have you noticed from within the group? What's different this year compared to previous seasons?
I think we're more fluid on the ball. We have more freedom within. You know, we've always had freedom in how we want to play, but I feel like now it's really kind of connecting, and I think Julia and Jess have made a big impact coming into our team, and you know, every single kind of transfer window we want to bring in players that make a difference, and those two players definitely have. And yeah, I think the balance of the team is amazing at the minute, and you know, you've got the likes of Anna that's really found her feet this year. She's been exceptional since the start of the season, so you know, players just need time to build, and we're sort of a young team but with a lot of experience at the same time, obviously being in FA Cups and fighting for leagues before. So yeah, I think it's just a bit of experience, quality of players, the togetherness of the team as well. Yeah, it's a great team to be a part of, and I love coming in here every single day and seeing the girls and training out on the pitch. So yeah, I think most of those things, and obviously just putting it all together on game day and getting the wins.
Mark, you know what's to come in terms of the fixtures in this competition. How important is it for you and the group to get off to a winning start tomorrow?
It's hugely important. Look, we've right now we're in a really good space. I think regardless of whoever we welcome, you know, it's always going to be a tough one in Champions League, and Valerenga are not here to make up the numbers. They're here to compete. So we have no doubt that we're expecting a soft tie tomorrow. But I'll echo all the words that Maya's just said. Like, the players are in a really good space, and my job is to try and keep them in that nice space of performance. And I think if we can do that, look, expect that we take the game to them tomorrow, because and they will expect that, and they will counter us really effectively. But we need to be ready for that, all the challenges. And the thing is, what I've really loved about the team this year, and you're quite right in the fluidity that we're creating, is there's just this fearlessness, and we have to create that tomorrow. The fans, you know, with our fans, we can move mountains. So I think if we can do that tomorrow, then we can start the campaign really well. But I must stress, we are not taking Valerenga for granted. We're not taking them lightly. We are fully in on focused on trying to beat a very good team.
Where does that fearlessness come from? Is that something that you've worked on consciously? It's come from pre-season? It's come from experience being together as a group? Like,
I think, that's a really good question. I'll allude to what you just said, really. I think it's the culmination of things coming together. You know, we 2 years ago, we decided to go young and hungry in the market, knowing that they will come to fruition later on. We've got a captain here who's played 71 times in a row, she's a baby herself, and yet she's leading the world's biggest team. So I think, but with the experience she has at such a young age, coupled with the talent that we've recruited, coupled then mixed with Frido coming in and Julia, and then obviously Jess, it's a nice blend. And look, there's going to be challenges this year, of course there are, but if we can keep that optimism, that buoyancy and that freshness, then I don't think any team will like to play against us. And that's a real nice thing as a manager to sit and say. And what I'm really liking this year, and it's a different challenge for us, is the challenge of rotation and stuff. And I think our players are really taking that challenge ahead and being ready when they're called upon.
Thank you. Best of luck, both of you.
Thank you.
So hi both.
Hello, mate.
Could I just ask you first a bit about how much belief Friday's going to have given you going into this campaign? I don't necessarily just mean the result against Chelsea, but the way you played in that game. How much belief has that given you going into this?
Yeah, I think for me, I always knew that we could play that well. We've performed pretty much every game. Obviously, you have your blips, like second half of Liverpool, for example, the game before. We learnt from, and yeah, of course, Chelsea are an exceptional side. But yeah, we are as well, and we've got great players, great staff that can kind of push us forward. And yeah, obviously I thought that we could win the game on Friday, so we was actually disappointed not to win the game. With the chances we created, the atmosphere that we had with our fans was great, and yeah, we couldn't quite get the 3 points, but it's definitely something that we look forward to doing, and of course it gives us a lot of confidence going into the Valerenga game, but I think it's definitely going to be a different game. So yeah, obviously it gives us confidence, but we know that Valerenga are a very good team as well. So yeah, we've got to be performing even better than we did on Friday to get the points and win the game.
Please can I ask you a bit more about kind of a night like this, like Champions League nights under the lights? How long has this been a dream for you to be involved in these kind of evenings?
Yeah, I think ever since I was little. I feel like when you're young and you're just playing footy, like you're just having a good time back home and playing with the lads and just having a kick around. But you're going to sit on the sofa, have a late night before school watching the Champo, getting up and just thinking, how amazing would it be to play in the Champions League? And yeah, it's definitely going to be a special kind of moment for all of us that haven't played in the proper Champions League before. Of course, we played PSG a couple of years back, but it's different when you're in the big thing with the big dogs. So it's really exciting, really looking forward to it, and yeah, it's gonna be a special night.
And you said to Emma about having like goosebumps for these kind of Champions League nights when everyone's coming out. Like, how have you got used to the Women's Champions League theme tune yet? Like, because the men's one's obviously been there around like 3 or 4 decades. But what does that resonate in you now that Women's Champions League music is so theme?
I mean, to be fair, I only know the men's one. I've only played in the Champo twice, so I know the men's one. But I like it if we could have that blaring out the speakers. To be fair, that would bring back good memories. But yeah, I'm sure if the Women's Champions League one is just as good. But yeah, obviously I haven't heard it that many times, but hopefully it's a sound that we can get used to.
We should start a campaign for it to have the men's one as well.
Definitely, come on.
Thank you. Mark, can I just ask a bit more about what you want to achieve within the league phase itself, and not necessarily talking about your ambition for the whole competition, but what do you think is a realistic target for whereabouts in this league you'd like to be after the games you've got?
You can talk in ideal. The ideal would be to be top 4 because you then don't have to go through the qualifying. But reality is, Tom, with the quality of teams in this league, if we can be in the top 8, that would be something that we'd be try and be focused on. But we also know that there's so many top teams that play each other as well. So it will depend, because I think anyone can take points off anyone at any point. So, but I think if we can get 9 to 12 points, I think that would be a good representation from the 6 games. But we'll go focus to try and win every game. So, but I think if you're realistically looking at that, any way to qualify, I think that's our focus, is to qualify, then to try and get through to the Champions League knockout stages.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Maya. Andreas, Norwegian Broadcasting. Obviously, I want to ask you a question about Elisabeth Terland, your forward. How will you describe her, both as a forward but also as a person, what she brings to the team?
I think, first of all, she's like one of my best mates, so I'll only speak highly about her. But yeah, of course, she's a fantastic player. She's made a massive difference coming in from being at Brighton. She's a workhorse. Out of possession, you always know what you're going to get from her. She works as hard as she can every single game, and I think she does a lot of kind of running that people don't see, a lot of pressing. As a team, we like to press, and she's the one that starts it off. She's the one that does a lot of kind of unwanted running. I personally wouldn't want to do that up front. So, yeah, and of course she's very clinical. And yeah, we need her to play as well as she can. And she scored a hat trick in the last Champo game. So yeah, I think it's amazing. And for her as a person, she's fantastic. She's such a positive person and funny as well. But yeah, I think we get along really well, and she's definitely a main kind of part of our team. Everyone loves her, and I think she loves everyone else as well. So, it's great to have her in our team.
And Mark has made some comparison to another kind of famous Norwegian football player called Erling Braut Haaland, and said there's some similarities. Do you agree?
Yeah, she was striking the ball the other day, and I went, Haaland! Yeah, of course. I think they're both obviously clinical strikers. I think Tez is the best Norwegian striker in my eyes. But yeah, I think obviously both in Manchester, both scoring goals, both obviously good at hold up play, can run, can finish left foot, right foot, head. So yeah, I think obviously you can compare her to Haaland, but I don't know if she'd enjoy that. But they wear the same hairbands as well, if that's a point. But yeah, I think both incredible players, and really lucky to play with Tez on our team.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Mark. I've seen that the last 9 Champions League goals have been scored of a Norwegian player. Of course, I have my Norwegian goggles on, but can you say anything about the Norwegian players?
In terms of our Norwegian players, or I mean, I think I've said this. Norway is a huge, and always has done, a huge talent pool for football. I think it probably comes from your natural ability to be outdoors and work really hard and aerobically. So, but I think the quality of our players is, Lisa's a box-to-box midfielder who has incredible qualities. You could see that when she got fit towards the end of the season, then when it goes away in the Euros and makes a big difference in most of the games. Celin is one of the most tricky wingers that you can find. Obviously, she's not going to be in this game, but we'll be going forwards. I think we've made well registered around what we think around Terry and her finishing ability. So I think there's high level of talent in the younger age groups as well. And I'm not surprised that the brand was such a challenge, and Valerenga will be such a challenge because the high level of Norwegian talent right now. I just love the way she calls it Champo. Like honestly, it shows just the great level of you as a captain calling it Champo, and exactly the experience that you want to make. But the Norwegians that we have are fantastic, and who knows, maybe we'll bring some more to the club in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, everybody. And we'll see most of you tomorrow.
Thank you, team.